Hi! This instructional video is about multiplying polynomials. Multiplying polynomials. There is a direction written on top of this set of questions, and it says find the product. Find the product. So let me demonstrate how to go about finding the product of these two binomials. We're going to use a thing called the FOIL method. The FOIL method is actually discussed in other videos where I talk about factoring trinomials. Okay? But let me give you a simpler approach. On the plane, we have two flight attendants, the X and the 3. And on the small plane, we have two passengers, X and a -2. During the flight, the first flight attendant, the X, is going to take care of the first passenger. So X times X is X squared. And now, the flight attendant is going to take care of the second passenger. So X times -2 is -2X. Now, during the second half of the flight, the second flight attendant will take care of the first passenger. So 3 times X is 3X. And finally, on the last leg of the flight, the second flight attendant will service the second passenger on the plane. So 3 times -2 is -6. Now, anytime you do a distributive property of two binomials or polynomials, you have to combine the like terms. Here we have -2x, positive 3x. They're opposite signs, so you subtract to become 1x or plus 1x. And these first and the last term comes down to make up a trinomial. And there is your product of these two binomials. Why don't you try number 2? Okay, I hope you like the flight attendant and the passenger story. So if we keep that up, we have x times x, which is x squared. X times -5, which becomes -5x. Now the second flight attendant, -8 times x, -8x. And -8 times another -5, negative becomes positive 40. So we have x squared, combine the like terms in the middle, that becomes both negative, so now we add them to become -13x plus the 40. Same story, but this time we have a coefficient other than a 1 for each of the binomials. So I'll demonstrate this one. 2x times 3x, 2 times 3 coefficient is 6. X times x is x squared. 2x times -1, 2x times -1 is -2x. Now the second flight attendant. 3 times -3x, 3 times 3 is 9. And x just follows. And 3 times -1, positive negative becomes -3 in this case. Once again, we have 6x squared and combine the middle terms. And that becomes, one is negative, one is positive, so it becomes a smaller positive, 7x minus the 3. And there it is. Now your turn. Okay, so now, first flight attendant takes care of the first passenger. 9 times 7 coefficients give you 63. X times x is x squared. 9x times the second passenger, -3 is -27x. Now the second flight attendant, his shift is up. So -5 times 7x is -35x. Suddenly blanked out. And -5 times -3 is positive 15. Once again, combine the middle terms. In this case, we get, they're both negative, so it becomes a bigger negative, and it's going to be 62, I believe, x. And 63x squared, and the last term, 15, follows. There it is. So in essence, it really doesn't matter how long the polynomials are. In this case, first flight attendant, 2x times our first passenger. 2x times 3x squared, 2 times 3 is 6. X times x squared is x cubed. The first flight attendant services the second passenger. 2x times -4x is -8x squared. And now, no, it's not over. first flight attendant now takes care of the last passenger. 2x times 2 is 4. Now the second flight attendant's turn. 3 times 3x squared plus 9x squared. 3 times negative 4x is negative 12x. I hope you can see this. 3 times 2 is 6. So now, anytime you do a distributive property, you have to combine the like terms. There's nothing other than the 6x cubed to combine, so 6x cubed is one of the answers. A part of the answer. And negative 8x squared combined with positive 9x squared. They're opposites, so you subtract to become a positive 1x squared. Negative 12x, there's no other x's, so minus 12x. And finally, the constant plus 4 and plus 6 become plus 10. And there is your product of those two polynomials. Now, once again, your turn. All right. Now, in this case, if you would like, you could either go this way, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, or you could pretend we have 3 flight attendants and 2 passengers on the airplane. So we could go this way. My turn. X squared times x is x cubed. X squared times negative 4 is negative 4x squared. Oh, my shift is over already. My turn. So 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times negative 4 is negative 8x. Oh, I'm up already? So it's negative 9's turn. So negative 9 times x is negative 9x. And negative 9 times another negative 4 becomes positive 36. Combine all the like terms. We have x cubed. Here's 4x negative. 8x negative. Oh, 9x negative. So we got negative 4x. Negative 8x is negative 12. Another negative is negative 21x. Here, x squared. Oh, there's no other x squares here. So we're going to say plus 2x squared. Okay? And finally, 36. No other constants, plus 36. But let's put this in standard form. X cubed. Next higher ranking built, 2x squared minus 21x. And finally, 36. And there it is. Oh, sorry folks. On number 5, after looking at number 6, which is good, number 5, I made a mistake. Let me show you. Where it says 2x plus 3 and 3x squared minus 4x plus 2, I did 2x times 3x squared, which is 6x cubed. That's good. And 2x times negative 4x is negative 8x squared. That's okay. But look, 2x times 2, 2x times 2 is 4x. And I just wrote down 4. Wow. So that makes my answer different. So if I finish the rest, 3 times 3x squared is 9x squared. 3 times negative 4x is negative 12x. And 3 times 2 is 6. So if I combine all the like terms now, I get 6x cubed. And we have negative 8x squared, 9x squared. That becomes 1x squared. And here's where it's going to be different. 4x, negative 12x is negative 8x. And then 6, there's nothing to combine, so it's plus 6. And that is the correct answer. This is no good. Boo-hoo. I'm so sorry, folks. But this is good. Happy face for me.